Let's get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube, what's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video. And today we're going to talk about mastering your launch point. And I mean, when I say launch, I mean how to basically kind of get yourself into the animations at the right time, you know, so that you can position yourself. And a lot of times I think as I'm explaining this stuff, I think people may take what I'm saying as get yourself to the spot first and then go for the catch. No, it's really you want to get yourself as close as possible, but you always want to be kind of timing or launching yourself into the animation. That way you can meet the ball at the top, you know, at the apex. Or, you know, you can be creating the separation at the right time to go into the animation to make the catch. And so a lot of times, see, like there, if I wait till I get to the ball to animate, I'm going to go out of bounds. And so just a little bit of Madden history. I mean, I'm guessing maybe, you know, guys who are old enough to know this, but it was a secret in Madden for a long time that holding L2, you know, or squeezing L2 a little bit, as you clicked on to the wide receiver was like a secret in the game that a lot of people didn't know. They didn't know how, you know, guys were able to stop their receivers and turn around. We used to have this thing called the rocket catch, which is basically that right there that you just saw with Hardeman. Well, you could throw the ball down the field and you could stop your receiver. You could strafe, you know, hold L2, get that guy in position as the ball arrived, you know, and go for the catch at the perfect time. And the best players were the players who could do that at a really high rate, and the guys who could do the same thing with their defensive backs, because essentially you can do the same thing with your defensive back. But you know, the game eventually took a turn for the worse when they decided just to let people click on to the guy and then just hold the catch button and then just run around until they got to the catch point, or they just caught the ball for them. Basically, there was really no timing involved in going for the catch. But as you see, like on that catch right there, upon the throw, what happens is I'm squeezing. I see I'm holding the lead, get to the spot where the ball is coming in. And so what I'm going to do is every time when I click on, not every time, but I'm going to squeeze L2 a little bit, maybe just to get that receiver to slow up so that I can get control of him. Of course, I have good stick pressure at that point. And what that allows me to do is it allows me to stop that receiver at certain points, and it's going to allow me to go for the catch inside of the catch radius, where it's kind of giving me a launch, if you will. It's like a crow hop or a gather step, you know, as you say in a lot of these situations that you'll see. I mean, there's more to it, and I'm coming with a virtual on how to actually get that little hesitation or the little stutter step. But you see that gather step right there. It's always like any of you guys back in the day who were athletes. We used to have like guys who were two-leg, we used to call them, you know, flat foot jumpers and one-legged jumpers. I was more of a one-legged jumper. I could get distance. I could glide. I had a partner of mine who was a two-legged jumper. He couldn't glide worth a dog, but if he took off vertically off 2 feet, we always admired the fact that he could just stand there and just go up and dunk with 2 hands. Me, I had to get a couple steps. I didn't have it like that. But that's essentially what you're talking about on this game when you start talking about the attributes of the game itself. So in order, you want to have guys who have maybe the aggressive catch trait or whatever. It doesn't really matter, but if he has an aggressive catch trait and you're throwing the pass, whether it's a post, whether it's a streak, I know a lot of these videos I sit and I cringe when I watch some of these videos, because I'm like, I hope these guys aren't totally listening to that when they tell you, like, all right, when he turns his hips, just throw it and hold triangle. Don't do that, because you're going to have some success when Madden wants you to have success. You feel me on that? So if most of your catches are you're just throwing it and holding triangle and trying to run the guy to the spot, you're only going to be as successful as Madden allows you to be. So that's probably why some games you're great, and then some games you can't catch a cold. And everything's getting picked off because you're putting yourself in a position where you're allowing the AI to make the decision. So as you see right there, I'm launching. I was able to get myself to a certain point where I went for the secure catch. And as you can see, he was falling to the ground to go for the secure catch, but I was able to launch myself into that animation. And that's what will keep the defenders off you. Being able to launch yourself. So like, watch right here. So you see, like, where I take that 1-2 gather step and go up, the defender's still on the ground and he's trying to stop his momentum to get back to me. So this is the point where you put the pressure on the user to have to be able to make the play to stop you. And so I see these videos, and like I said, I cringe when they say, hey, just throw the high ball and run and hold it. No, if you run and hold it, it's going to get picked off 9 times out of 10. You got to be able to turn yourself. Watch me slow down, right? That little stutter right there, slow myself down, a little bit of an L2 to get that turn. I'm already coming back to the ball with the stick, and then I go for the aggressive, the secure catch in that case, and you still get the jumping, aggressive catch looking animation. Same thing here, right there. It's a matter of really just getting yourself to the spot, and if you can get yourself to the spot, in conjunction with the timing that the ball arrives, and just the understanding of the angles and the leverage right there. Watch the step as he goes up. It's like he puts that foot in the ground, 1-2, and that last little step. So click on 1-2 up, and I'm coming back towards the football at that point in time. So that's why even though Snead goes up for the swat, I'm still able to come down with the ball and actually get the feet in that case, which was kind of crazy. A lot of these, some of these routes work really well on like comeback routes and those type of deals. I'll get into that high ball comeback thing. I'll get into that in a virtual later down the road as well. But this is like that high ball comeback is a monster. Because if you get the leverage, even though, and it's even as crazy as they could have an underneath guy there, and if you can highball it and really get the timing down on it, you're going to come down, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be able to come down with the catch. And so, again, it's really about being able to click to the receiver. I know we've talked about doubling catch animations over the years. We've talked about a lot of different stuff. So y'all got to, hey, man, check me out on Coach DC 404. Y'all want to learn this stuff, and I mean stop playing around with it and just kind of thinking you know it. You want to learn it where you know the ins and outs of it, and you're able to do it this way, and you're able to throw whatever pass you want to throw when you see those situations come to the forefront. That winning those one-on-one battles, not just throwing streaks and all this stuff that they're telling you out here in these these lollipop. I mean, I'm not down anybody, but some of these videos are lollipop. When I watch them and I hear the content, I go, oh, okay. But it's like if you start to form those bad habits of just holding triangle, I'm telling you, it's gonna cost you. It's costing you in your user skill, but it's gonna cost you ball games, because eventually Madden's gonna get tired of you doing that. It's all of these algorithms. That's the reason why we have to come up with so many mechanics, because they don't want user skill to be at the forefront. They just don't want it. And so you see, like, this is Wicks. This is like a 70-something overall receiver. I have him as my third receiver. In my Chiefs, and I'm like, hey man, I'm rebuilding this team, putting some low budget young receivers with some talent on this squad. But the thing is, Once they start to develop, they're going to be hell. But you have to understand, what are the traits? Again, this guy has aggressive. He has the aggressive and the possession catch trait. So his aggressive catch and his possession catch, if you get him into the sweet spot, a little bit of L2, go up at the right time, you're gonna launch yourself into more favorable positions to win these one-on-one battles. Stop just limiting yourself to just throwing a couple of different passes. That way you try to throw the streak and all that. Nah, man. You can throw corners, curls, comebacks, anything. Anyway, man, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It is your boy, Coach DC 404. I am out.